are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Snug Wrestling Podcast. I am Edgar. I'm your host, and we watched AEW Revolution. And every time I think about AEW, I think about one person and one person only. My boy from Jaded Wrestling TV, Taylor. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Just got done with this pay-per-view. We're a bunch of sick bitches out here, brother.
You guys are a bunch of sickos, huh?
Dude,
What was your favorite matchup tonight, bro?
it should be obvious, but that Tony Storm match is a match of the year candidate, dude. Like, right there proves my point that I've been making all week that Tony Storm is the best male or female wrestler active today. The best wrestler going. There's nobody better than Tony Storm, and she proved it once again tonight.
Yeah, we were talking about like there was a whole bunch of blood in this match. This was
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
a trilogy, right?
Yeah, and the finish of a trilogy, which no better way to do it than gush everywhere, dude. Like, what a match, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the match was definitely intense. Were you satisfied, like thinking about like the storyline that they've been telling and everything that's been happening with these two women? Do you feel like this was the ultimate blow off? This was like the best end to this chapter?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you think about, like, a great movie, right? At the end, you want the climax to deliver more than the rest has. And, like, every match they've had has been that way. Like, it's been classics across the board, right? Like, the first two were so fucking good. Like, that first one where she lost is one of my favorite matches in AEW, period. Like, this is right there though, dude. Like, this is a fitting ending. Like, this is like the end of the Kill Bill movie. You know what I mean? Like, you got everything you needed to get out of it. I don't think you can really argue that it had to end this way because they had to up the ante, right? But I truly believe that if you go in the last year and a half and take any wrestler in the world, like, you could grab any wrestler from the last year and a half and put their promos against Tony Storm, and Tony Storm's been better, and put their matches against Tony Storm, and Tony Storm is comparable or better, and put their character work against Tony Storm, and Tony Storm is better. Like, there is nobody in the world today, with the exception of maybe Drew McIntyre, that's even close. And it's mind blowing that people aren't praising her more because she's perfect. Like, there's nobody better in wrestling today. Like, I can't say it enough. Like, that match should prove to everybody that she can literally do anything. Like, that might have been the best women's match in history, to be honest. Like, not just on this pay-per-view. Like, that might have been the best women's match in the history of wrestling that we just watched.
Wow, that's a hot take if I hadn't heard one before. I'm surprised,
Like,
dog. I'm surprised. Yeah.
I just couldn't get over the places that they went with this were just mind-blowing. And, like, we got two of those, and they even upstaged Osprey and Fletcher, which I didn't think could be done because Osprey only hits home runs. You know what I mean? And that match was great. Don't get me wrong, but, like, there was something about Tony Storm tonight that was just perfect. Like, it hit just the right way. Everything was perfect. Like, and I even think that I don't think she meant to bleed that much. Like, I think she bladed, and she bladed too hard. So I don't believe that she intentionally bled that much because I don't know how close you were looking, but she was running. She was
No,
running
I saw
hard
a
in the middle of
lot
that
of blood.
match.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was running hard. And I don't think that was intentional, but she proves to me week in and week out that she rolls with the punches and continues to get better and better every single week. Like, that promo exchange between her and Mariah May on Dynamite last week was like chef's kiss, the best thing I've seen in a long time. Like, her portion of it was like some of the greatest promo work ever. Like, and I've been saying sick bitch all week and will probably continue to say it because it's just fucking hilarious. Like, what do we want out of wrestling other than moments? And this pay-per-view across the board was great, except for maybe that last match. But,
The
whatever.
main event.
It's just, yeah, it's just a little late for us to be doing a slow burn for the main event. You know what I mean? Like, it's getting a little late here for me to be like, guys, like, you know what I mean? Like, that was the worst match by far on the card, like, by far. And, like, it didn't really give me what I wanted. I mean, I don't know if the rest of the
Oh
world wanted
boy, I
Copeland
think
to
you
go
might
over.
be right. I think you might be right now that I think about it. Yeah.
I wanted Copeland to go over, even if he lost it immediately to Christian. I wanted him to go over. I wanted this to be done because I'm fine with Moxley. Like, I've been notoriously the biggest Moxley hater, and that's fine. I don't have an issue with Moxley. I just am tired of it. Like, I just want somebody else to be the champion, and that's been the way it's always been. Whenever he's the champion, I'm just like, can we take the belt off of him now? So it's not a new thing, and I don't think any of you are surprised to hear me say that I'm tired of Moxley being the champion, because this has been the way it is every time he's the champion for me. So I
Absolutely.
don't know.
No, I thought for sure tonight was going to be the night that we were going to get a new champion, but that didn't happen. I'm surprised
Yeah,
to hear that your favorite match out of all the matches that we saw tonight was Mariah May versus Tony Storm. What was your
it was perfect.
what was your second favorite match of tonight,
Mm.
Taylor?
Um, I really, really, really like that Kenny Omega match, but I just love Kenny Omega. Like, I just think he can do no wrong. You know what I mean? And he's good at every style of match. Like, it's amazing how he can do everything. Like, it doesn't matter who he works with, he finds a way to make it magical. And Takeshita in his own right is a great worker, and it's hard to have a bad match with him too. But like, that match was great. That match was really, really great. And I don't think they needed to. That's one of the problems. Like, I don't have an issue with blood. I have an issue with a lot of blood. You know what I mean? And sometimes too much blood can make you not like a match as much. Like, and I thought the Will Ospreay match was really, really brilliant too. It's just we've done a lot of blood already by the time we got to that, and I thought following that Tony Storm match, Kenny Omega had to really hold himself up and be the professional wrestler that he is. And I think he did that. Also, Okada every time, like, that's just a personal of mine because I love both those wrestlers, and it's kind of like a dream match of mine. But I don't think anybody else is going to put Okada Brody King on that list. But I loved it. So I mean, Okada every day, all day.
I got a lot of sympathy for Kenny Omega, man, because he was taking a lot of gut hits during the
Mm-hmm.
match, and as we all know, Kenny Omega, he's had some serious injuries and medical issues when it comes to the gut, but he was taking a lot of damage into that gut, and I don't know, man. For me personally, I was like, I was feeling a little bad for him. But what did you think about Kenny Omega taking all those hits during his match?
I think he did
Into the
exactly.
gut.
I think he did exactly what he wanted to do to you. Like, you felt bad for him because he was taking all those shots to the gut. That's the point. That's pro wrestling. He was trying to work you, and he did. He's fine. He'll be okay. But like, it was that's what you do. You sell the injury you have, and it was a bad injury. So I mean, he's going to obviously sell that injury, and that creates some worry for the fans, and I think it did just that. So, like you said, I mean, you felt a little bad for him that he took nonstop punishment for half that match right into the stomach where he had diverticulitis. So that's what Kenny does. That's why I like the match so much, because it's not just pro wrestling; it's the story combined with pro wrestling. Like, listen, I just
Mhm.
had the worst year of my life. You know what I mean? I just came back from an injury that could have killed me, right? Like, I could be dead right now. I could be never wrestling. I could never be in this ring again. But here I am, week after week, showing up and doing the best I can to put on a good show for you. Kenny Omega is the GOAT. Like, that's all there is to it. Like, he's the man. And that's what it is. I hope we get like 5 more years of this. Like, I don't know how much longer he has, and I'm starting to think that it might be coming to an end quicker than
I think you're
a lot of
right,
us think.
dude. Yeah, I think you're right. Kenny Omega, yeah, he is not the same anymore.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know how much longer we have, but I'm happy to get anything from Kenny Omega we can, and I think that was a masterful piece of work. Again,
Mhm.
Takeshi's a god as well. Like, they're two really, really good professional wrestlers. There was no way that
Mhm.
missed. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Also, I don't know if you watched the pre-show, but Big Boom AJ delivers again. Like, just sign the man to a full-time contract at this point. Fucking, as long as his
No,
son.
no, I did not watch that. Um, Taylor, you kind of you sound like shit right now. I'm not gonna lie. Is there something you can do? Like, can you come back in and come back out. Maybe that'll help the audio a little bit better. Or...
Yeah, I can try.
All right.
How about now? Is that better or worse?
Now you sound the same.
Fuck. Might be you. I'm going out.
Is it
Come
me?
back
Do
in.
you think it's me?
I think it's you.
Probably.
I hear it every time you come in. It's like an extra bunch of echo that comes with your voice.
Ugh. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep it short then. My favorite match: MJF versus Hangman Adam Page. The wrong person went over tonight. MJF should have won this. Hangman Adam Page beat MJF, which I thought was the worst decision that they can do. What was your thoughts on that?
I love that match. I don't have a problem with Hangman going over. I don't think it hurts either one of them, to be honest. Like somebody's got to lose, and like as much as I think MJF is better than Hangman all day long, every day, somebody's got to lose. So I don't have a problem with it being MJF. That's one of those things that like people that aren't really in tune to wrestling and are just kind of watching every week, just like for fun. And like I watched that match with my wife's grandpa, and he was very excited that MJF lost because he's not
Oh, come
a
on.
mark. He's not a mark. Like he watches wrestling for the good guys and the bad guys, and lack of better words, MJF's the bad guy, and everybody knows it. And he's called him a rotten son of a bitch in the last 2 weeks, like 3 or 4 times, like because he is. He's a rotten son of a bitch. Like that's what you get with MJF, and you kind of want to see the bad guys lose most of the time. So like, from one side, like it's like okay, I love MJF. I don't want him to ever lose, right? But like on the other side of that, bad guys got to lose too. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to see a superhero movie and see the bad guy win.
Yeah,
unless it's
that's
Thanos.
true. That's a good point.
So
the last
I
thing
don't know
that.
how many.
Sorry, go ahead, Taylor. Go ahead.
You're good. I don't have any issues with that. Like I said, I think that this was a pretty predictable card front to back. A lot of people expected a lot of changes and things that didn't happen, but I think if you step back and just were like, this guy's gonna win, this guy's gonna win, this guy's gonna win, you're gonna get most of those, right?
The last thing I want to ask you about, Taylor, how good is Kyle Fletcher? I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, he's the most improved wrestler in the world. They said that in the broadcast,
Jesus
so that's 100% true. Like, he's AEW's Randy Orton. He's AEW's Randy Orton at this point. Like, he's figured something else out.
That's exactly what the fuck I was thinking. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's AEW's Randy Orton. He's 20. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but he's like 26 years old, dude. Like
he's
got a long time to do this.
He's amazing. Yeah. And he proved it tonight.
Yeah, he did. That was a great match, dude. That was a great match. So I mean, I don't think you can argue. Like in the last year, he's definitely your most improved. And I think you can say with certainty, just to double back to the first point, you can say with certainty he's the most improved wrestler in the world, and you can say with certainty that Tony Storm is better than anybody else running.
Do you think? Do you think Kyle Fletcher might just take over AEW, or do you maybe want to see him in the WWE?
I want him to stay in AEW if he wants to. I mean, I don't. It's whatever. If he goes to WWE, that'd be fine. I just think he'd be world champion if he stays in AEW. Oh. That's definite. You know, he has to be. In the next 5 or 6, maybe less, maybe 3 years, he should be world champion.
Absolutely.
So, my take on it.
One last question, Taylor, before we get out of here. Jon Moxley retained. Christian Cage pretty much threw away his contract. What do you think is next for the main event picture?
I mean, Swerve, obviously. Swerve popped out at the end. Nice little way to finish off the pay-per-view. Swerve and Moxley can cook. I mean, like, have you ever seen Swerve have a bad match with anybody? I haven't.
So no, I can't say.
I haven't either. No. So Swerve, I mean, that's what you got. You got someone that guarantees you to have interesting stuff going on. He's a good promo. He got cooked by Ricochet last week, but that's okay. We'll give him a pass.
No, he did not, but okay.
He did. He did totally get cooked by Ricochet. But that's fine. We'll give him a pass. And he should have no problem dismantling John Moxley on a microphone because that dude's trash.
Right on. Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate you coming off in such short notice. My name is Edgar. I'm the host of Snug Wrestling Podcast.